It is time for us to check sports here on the Breakfast Club.
The party's over.
Send this out to all my
They say that all
Red Sox
good
friends.
things must end.
Turn up the volume.
Call it a night.
All you Red Sox
The
fans.
party's over. And tomorrow starts the same old thing again.
Good morning, Mike. How are you this morning?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Boy, a case of doctor. You know, you said it all year long, basically from the first month of the season. Inconsistent, but boy, the wildly inconsistentness of the Red Sox is really amazing.
They haven't won a game since last Saturday.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if they played the Yankees, the A's. It doesn't matter who they're playing. They're going to get beat because they're just not playing good.
Yeah.
They go into these funks, which I've been saying since the beginning of the year, and here's another one. Last week, what were they, 8 games behind?
They were 8.5 games behind.
Now they're 15.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, you can't lose 8 games in a row when you're trying to make up ground on somebody. So they'll settle to try to get into the wild card, and good luck with that because there's a lot of teams trying to do it as well.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Well,
they hit another 8-game losing streak. They can kiss that goodbye too.
Amazing. It's just wow is all you can say. Well, also the Yankees got some more injuries. The last two don't appear to be drastic injuries, but it's. What can you say, Mike? I mean, the Yankees are beating the teams they have to beat. That's all you can say.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, there's no special secret to it. You have to beat the teams that you play. And you beat the teams that you play, you have a good record, and you either stay on top or you move to the top of the standings. It's not rocket science.
Yeah, you hope to really beat up on the teams you should beat up, and you hope to at least break even or be slightly above 500 on the really, really, really good teams.
But don't mask the problems the Yankees have.
They got problems.
They're saying, everything's fine now.
No.
J.A. Happ's ERA is over 5. That's not fine. Judge has 12 home runs and 29 RBIs. That's not fine. The Yankees continue to get good play from people that you don't expect it from. That kid Urshela, he had 8 home runs in the last 3 years. He's got 12. And it's funny just listening to the Nimrod, Alex Rodriguez, put his foot in his mouth all the time. Because if you watch, this kid crushes balls in the middle of the plate and on the inside corner. So the Red Sox were ahead of him in the count one time after he already hit a home run. And the genius says, you have to go middle in. You have to pitch him middle in. So what do? They throw an outside strike over the outside corner, and he swings and misses and sits down. This guy just loves to hear himself talk. Listening to him is almost like a comedy because whatever he says means absolutely nothing.
All right. Well, and the Houston Astros once again.
They just keep winning.
Yeah, they keep winning. They keep. It's. I don't care what you say, and would I'd love to see the Yankees go to the World Series? Absolutely. But there's a couple of steps, but I don't think anybody, and I know people can get injured and stuff like. If the Astros stay composed like if they have everybody playing at the end of the season like they have playing now, nobody is beating them for the World Series. Nobody.
Well, you got to remember something. The Astros got hit with a plethora of injuries this year too. Altuve was out, Carrera was out, Springer was out for extended periods of times. And all you keep hearing this year is how great the Dodgers are. Well, guess what? The Astros have one less win than the Dodgers.
And the Yankees are right there too. Yeah, you're right. The Dodgers did great early on, but still, the team to beat I don't care how you look at it, is Houston. I mean, they're just
because they have hitting and they have pitching. They have a lot of pitching depth. They went out and got Greinke. They're going to do what they did when they won 2 years ago. They're going to go with the 3-man staff, and they're going to put the other starters in the pen, and they're going to extend their pitchers. They're not going to go pitcher an inning. When you remember when the Astros won 2 years ago, they put guys in for relief, and they didn't pitch one inning.
Yeah.
They pitched 2. They pitched 3. Hinch goes to the old school way. If you're getting people out, you keep pitching, and that's what wins ball games. Because, like I've been saying for years now, when you go to a 5 or 6 man staff per game, the chances of all 5 or 6 being on is pretty slim, and that's where you lose your ball games. But the Astros, they may do it during the season, but they don't do it in the postseason. That's how you win baseball games.
All right.
So Houston, they're second in the league in run differential, and this team, I mean, they lost their 3 best players, and they're 73-40. They lost their 3 best players. All 3 of them are all-stars, and they're 73-40. What can you say?
You know, it's like the Yankees are 72-39.
Here's the difference, though. Houston is going to have their players that are all-stars to play for them in the playoffs. The Yankees are going to be dependent on players that have never seen the playoffs.
Yeah, that's exactly.
That's going to be the difference.
That's a huge difference. It's a huge difference, but it's just amazing to see the Red Sox sitting there at 59-55. It's just unbelievable.
You wouldn't have thought it in the beginning of the year, but after the first couple weeks of the season, you knew that there's an issue with this team. When the Red Sox are under 500 at home, there's a big problem.
All right, so we've got that squared away in the National League. Mets.
Who's the hottest team in the National League?
The hottest team in the National League, if I were to guess, I would hate to say it, but it's over how many game period?
Last 2 weeks.
Oh, the Mets.
Yeah. The Mets. They're still 10 games out of first place.
They're 3 games.
They're almost back up to the 500 mark.
Yeah. They're 3 games out of the wild card. Yep, 3 games out of the wild card.
But that wild card's a log jam.
Yeah.
They're 3 games out of the wild card, but they have 5 teams ahead of them.
Yeah. Amazing.
So they have to continue to play this way.
Yep.
For all the Mets playing, for all that they're doing, the Giants are still ahead of them.
Yeah.
When you dig a hole, it's hard to get out of it, and the Mets have a big hole to get out of. And put it this way, they're not like the Red Sox. The Red Sox are 6.5 games behind, so they have to really move it just to get into the wild card. But if the Red Sox get in the wild card and the Mets get in the wild card, the Red Sox have a hell of a lot better chance of advancing than the Mets.
We'll have to see how it develops, but at least they're giving their fans something to be a little interested in.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Any other sports you want to talk about?
Tom Brady's not going away.
No, it's signed through 2021.
Good for him.
Well,
I hope they win another 2 Super Bowls.
Didn't he say he wanted to play till he was 45?
Yep.
I think he said that. And I think if there's anybody capable of doing it, it's probably him.
Well, he has no dip in his performance, that's for sure.
No. He's the guy. Hey, one thing you got to say about the guy, he's tough as nails, and he's on the field probably the best technician of a quarterback that I've ever seen. I mean,
the media is so desperate to tear Tom Brady down that they pick on him when he jumps off a cliff with his daughter.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. No. Hey, like I said, I'm not a big Patriots fan, but you have to look at what Tom Brady has done, and you have to think where would the Patriots be without Tom Brady as quarterback? Really,
they wouldn't have that much hardware in their trophy case.
Nope, not at all.
No, he's one of the best, and he could play now. He could play in the '80s. He could play anytime. He's the best quarterback that has been around since a long time. Probably at least to the '90s, and nobody's even close to him.
No, and unlike a lot of quarterbacks, when he's hit and he's hit hard, and teams playing physical with him, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He can take a hit as well.
He could take a he could take a hit. He don't turtle up.
No, he's an amazing athlete. That's all you can say about him. Amazing athlete. And whether you like the Patriots or not, he's good for the NFL because
Yeah, because half the people hate him, and half the people love him, and half the people that love him want to see him win, and half the people that hate him go to see him get killed.
That's exactly right. Just like no matter how you hated the Yankees during their heydays, they were great for baseball because people wanted to see them either really get their ass kicked or win, one or the other.
Yeah, there's no middle.
Hey, Mike, I'll speak to you tomorrow. Oh, how'd you do in racing this weekend?
Not good. The 8th race at Saratoga Saturday, all we managed was a second with Bellafina. In the Whitney, our top pick, the Thunder Snow, got scratched. That changed the entire complexion of the race. Our second choice, Yoshida, got a little bit of a rough trip wide down the backstretch, 8 wide on the turn. Ran second at 7-1 to a 1-2 favorite. Since Friday, it's been chalk city up at Saratoga. Hard to make a living when horses are paying $3 and $4.
All right, we'll check with you mañana.
Have a great day, guys.
Take care, Mike. Mike Cozzi with a check on sports this morning here on The Breakfast Club on Robin Hood Radio.